Welcome to the
Brodies
and we're back
at the Brodies.
a bunch of bros
on the stream yard.
Ooh, I like. I said, I'm Mr. Brown,
Slim,
Cass in the building.
B. Anthony.
and we are glad once again to do it for the culture, to move the culture. And today we're actually going to talk about some culture moving, lifting stuff. We're going to bring a lot of that pop culture because some things have went down since the last time we got to talk to you guys. We got to talk about
Things have popped, literally.
dirty pop. Pop, pop. No instinct.
How do you do it? He was like dirty pop, and they're like, I don't know how he did it, but
Oh no, you know that shit. Yeah, it's Orlando Brown. Oh shit. Oh man.
You guys did a great job last week with the entrepreneurship stuff. It was a very excellent episode, actually.
Thank you.
Just wanted to give you. I just wanted to pull a Romeo and give you guys your flowers.
I got so many questions about that.
So let's talk about the greatest verses of all time.
Nah, it was the best verses. I don't care what nobody says. It was the most entertaining to me because Bow Wow was hilarious. Nigga was like, Soulja, it's not even your song. When is your verse? Like that to me was the best part because he's really sitting like about like, yo, Soulja, where's your verse? Why are you waiting till the third verse? This is a 5-minute song. Like Bow Wow won the verses, but it was just entertaining as hell.
See, you gotta understand something though, brother. When it comes to Draco, all
Draco.
music after the year 2005 is Draco music. No, after 2008 is Draco music. He influenced the culture. When did Draco Soulja Boy? Like 2007?
Yeah, 2007. So 2007 and on is all Soulja Boy. He somehow is a part of every song. He did that.
If we don't Drake without Big Draco, without Soulja Boy.
You think there'd be a J. Cole without Soulja Boy? No, wouldn't be.
I can't say that because J. Cole was on Blueprint 3. He was on Blueprint 3. Now, that came out in like 05, 04.
No, it didn't.
Blueprint 3?
No, that came out in 09.
You talking about the one, not Jay sitting on the piano smoking a cigar, right?
He's talking about the one with J. Cole. The one with J. Cole is like Already Home. The Suit and Tie, I think, is on it.
No, Suit and Tie is
Suit and Tie was on the Justin Timberlake 2020 experience.
So then, but no, the album that Brown is talking about came out in 09 because I was in college when that came out. Because I was liking that bum ass song Reminder. I used to fuck with my friends like, yo, Reminder.
Blueprint 3 came out in 2009. You are correct, sir.
I was like,
you are correct.
And that just proves without Soulja Boy, there'd be no Cole.
We're not going to put Cole and Soulja Boy in the same sentence. We're not just going to do that. I'm not doing that to Cole. I can't.
Soulja Boy made his own beats. J. Cole made his own beats. I don't know.
But I'm confused, and forgive me, I don't listen to the rap, but
Big Draco is all genres.
No, but when he came out, I thought he was more known for using the internet to really market his music, and then also
LimeWire money.
That too. But outside of that, if I'm thinking stylistically, what did he do to really push the conversation forward? Would be my question.
So if he brought in the era where at least from my interpretation, is that he was like a SoundCloud rapper before a SoundCloud rapper existed. Like he gave that light to it to where it was like, oh, if Soulja Boy could do this, I could kind of do this. And he ushered in that more dance. Like he's obviously the South had it going, but he like kind of like if the South was going this way, he just took it like that way and it just made his own.
I'm not going to get that. I'm not going to get that to Soulja Boy. I mean, he probably reintroduced it, but there were rappers doing that long before him. So
of course they were doing it long before him, but it still doesn't change that he might have been the one to like take it off. Of course, we ain't the first podcast. We ain't the first podcast to ever do this. But who knows? It could be the podcast that makes the shit take off. All I say is that, yes, Soulja Boy's not like the hip-hop godfather of it, but I think he just played.
I'll give you the technology angle. I think he's one of the first ones that really played up the platform or the medium as far as the internet. But outside of that, I mean, Bird
And the
Walk.
nigga has party hits. Birdwalk goes off, and it went off at a party. Donk went on. You had to get some cheeks.
So I gotta ask a question. All right, we can settle.
Cheeks was moving the donk.
We can settle who would win this versus. I didn't watch the versus because I think it was past my prime when them little boys started making music. So
yeah,
I was like, even though I'm probably only like 3 years older than Bow Wow,
you are like that's the one I like.
But he was making little girl music, and I wanted to listen like Nas and Juvenile.
Nah, chill. Puppy Love was my shit. Don't do that.
He was like a rap immature to me.
Yeah. So name your number one Draco song, and then we'll do a number one Bow Wow song. Number one Draco song, Slim. Soulja Boy's number one song. Your number one favorite Soulja Boy song.
Yeah, I have to come back to that. I gotta look that up, man. I'm honest. I'm not a. I mean, Soulja Boy had hits. I definitely give him his flowers because he definitely set the trend. But in terms of like hits, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Yeah.
B. Anthony, what you got? Because I know Cav's got his on deck.
Pretty Boy Swag, wasn't that?
Pretty Boy Swag?
Yeah.
All right, what you got, Cass?
So my personal favorite is Pretty Boy Swag. But the shit that goes off of me is y'all, bitch. I love that song.
Which one is
It came on like after Crank That, it was like, y'all, bitch. And he was like, I'm about to pass it to A-Rab. And like A-Rab barely rap. And he never put A-Rab on. So it was just like hilarious like that. But to me, his number one is I'm a Pretty Boy Swag.
Shit, man. It's like a consensus so far. Mine is Pretty Boy Swag. This right here is
my
Pretty Boy Swag.
Hey, pretty boy
this has
swag.
never happened to me before. I am so excited. Like, I normally pick the awkward rap song that no one cares about. So I am so excited right now.
Pretty Boy Swag went on.
No, that beat. The beat was hard. And just like the way he rolled that hook. I don't know. It was simple, but it was effective.
And the video just made it just simple. Like I just swag. It was.
And then I remember a lot of artists rip it. Well, I don't want to say ripping it off, but doing their own version of the same song too.
They like everybody. Roscoe Dash did it, and everybody fucked.
Yeah. So that was that's probably the one that that resonates with my perception of him the most.
Without Pretty Boy Swag, FLY would have never made Swag surfing. Soulja.
That's true.
And Soulja would be like, I have the Black Anthem because it's played at every black function.
Yeah, like you got to give that man credit. That man was definitely a trendsetter. He saw something, he went off with it, and I don't think
we still waiting for your favorite Soulja song.
I think the one y'all pick with. But I got my
no. You gotta pick yours. Don't pick ours. Don't jump in our bandwagon. What's your favorite Soulja Boy song?
You know what? Forget Soulja.
I know he gets off in Buffalo.
I'm going with Bow Wow. I'm going with Marco Polo. That's my banger for Bow Wow, Marco Polo.
I like that song too.
All right, here's my Bow Wow song, man.
So they could play
my Bow Wow pick. My favorite Bow Wow song.
This is hard.
As fresh as I is.
Okay.
The Little Romeo diss.
Because Little Romeo has a song just like it.
So I have two that's gonna be like real hard to pick from. Puppy Love. I just love that song. I fucking love it. I love it. I don't care. I love Puppy Love. And then my second one would be Let's Get Down. That shit was number one on 106 in Park for like, they retired that bitch. That's why, yeah. Hey man, I used to sit there every day like, ooh, it's gonna be number one.
Okay, I mean, no judgment. I like Let Me Hold You.
Let me hold you. Nah, you gotta get that. You gotta get that Sierra.
I'm looking in school and I see a girl.
Oh man, never forget that Sierra went from Bow Wow to 50 Cent to Future to Russell Wilson. Look at that trajectory.
Yeah, she was like, you know what? These artists ain't shit. Let me go to here and got it, and been happy ever since.
Bow Wow, 50 Cent, and Future are three totally different kind of men.
Yeah.
You got a
But
short
part
ass
of that's-
nigga, you got a brolic ass nigga, and you got a fuck nigga. It's just hilarious.
I don't even want to ask that question. I think it was also reflective of where she was at in her.
The 50 Cent era was weird. They had that one song together. It was like, I was like, ew. Like, why is
No, I don't think that was weird because when it was that trend of singers really hooking up with rappers and building that dynasty.
They still
So
hooking
like,
up.
but I mean, to the point where there was an intention to actually make it work as opposed for it being a publicity stunt.
But
So
50 Cent and Sierra.
that's what she was meant to. I'm not her. I can't speak for her preference.
And I feel like 50, like 15 years older than her. It's a lot. I was like, this is ew.
I mean, well, let me not say that. I don't want no
You was
smoke.
about to say, yeah, oh, I know what you was at.
I mean,
So I ain't
But either
watching
way-
Versus.
I got some questions for y'all from the Versus.
Okay.
So in a Versus battle, you're supposed to play your song, right?
you're supposed to play. Well, no, you're not. You're supposed to play a song because I think Teddy Riley changed the game with this, with his verses and Babyface when they.
But they're producers. Like it was.
But
It was
they're also there was a blurring of the line there because they're performers in the same way too.
All right, so I'll put it like this: Bow Wow ain't no producer, so this wasn't no producer versus producer battle. You can't be a producer versus artist. It was artist versus artist.
But see, that's the thing with the verses with these rules is that explicitly stated before they agree to do these things.
No, it's no like it's not written down. It's like an unwritten rule. I just say that to say, Soulja played songs that were not his.
Cass, I'm gonna tell like this: if I was Soulja, I didn't watch the Verses. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm letting you know, America. I did not watch the Verses.
I didn't watch it either.
With Soulja Boy, tell him. I was playing Beyonce's because she used my bars. Hopped about the bed, turned my swag on, looked in the mirror, and said, "What's up?" I would play that whole shit. I'm like, "Yo, Beyonce, got that." I'm playing Drake's verse. Tell me what's really going on.
He played Drake's verse.
I'm playing all that shit. And I'm like, "Hey, you ain't on that song? Those are my bars."
But that's cool.
Soulja.
However, he brought out Little Romeo, and Little Romeo like performed his song, Romeo songs, and Soulja was like, "Yeah, I did that," and I was like, "Wait, that you didn't do that." Like that.
Oh wait, now you can't do that. That's not fair.
That's what I'm saying. And Bow Wow was like, "Nigga, that's not your fucking song." That's what Bow Wow was like. Yo, that's legit not your song, bro. And Soulja was just like, "Nah, I don't care," and I was like, "Okay."
So wait, did he write the song?
No. Soulja did not exist when Romeo wrote these songs. Like nobody thought of Soulja Boy. That's what I was like. Huh. Like even when Bow Wow brought out like 3 6 Mafia, I was like, okay, interesting. I don't know why
But he had a verse. He had a verse.
but he has a verse on the song,
right?
So it makes sense. So I was like, all right, cool. You didn't get to your verse, but I know it's there. Capiche. So I was just like,
was Gangsta Boo with 3 6 Mafia?
Hell nah.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Come on now.
I had a crush on Gangsta Boo when I was in high school.
Tell me more.
I like how she looked, and then that song, "Tongue Ring," in the video where she was licking the lollipop.
Oh, you nasty.
Yeah, I know.
You a heathen.
I know.
Boom.
But her and Trina were my high school crushes, weirdly enough.
Man, you go after Gangsta Boo, end up with a chat. Oh man,
That was a weird time for me.
Oh, yeah, but yeah. Who won the battle? Because like as far as culturally, I say it should be Draco, but pure music, it should be Bow Wow.
But the thing is, Bow Wow was entertaining in his own right. Like, obviously not to the level of Big Draco, because Big Draco, he's just entertainment himself, just looking at him. So it's like, But musically, Bow Wow. Like, we take Bow Wow for granted and for credit just because he makes fun of himself a lot. He did the shit with the Jet shit. But when you look at, like, his hits, the nigga has hits and platinum records for days.
I'm not trying to be shady when I say this, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to
Anytime
anybody.
somebody says that, it's about to be the most disrespectful shit we ever heard.
But let's put this in perspective. When you say hits, I think 106 and Park hits, but nothing. Radio hits. I can't
That's the
think
metric you go by.
Right, but I'm just saying, even with his radio hits, nothing ever really just like says, "Oh wow, that's that Bow Wow song that I have to listen to." I don't get that from Bow Wow. Like,
it's because the bulk of that was he was like 7 to 14. So like, yeah, like if you hear it, you'll be like, "Damn, that shit was a bop." But like, he was 7 to 14, so you're not going to be like, "Yo, that shit's a classic now," because we're in a different mind space. But
if that's the case, then you would have to dismiss anything Michael Jackson did when he was a kid. And those are held as classics. Man, so if you're trying to put him in the same category, I would never do that. Like that's blasphemy. I'm just saying, I don't think using his age is an excuse to. For me, this is just me.
You're a hater. You're a hater. Bow Wow headlined the Scream tour. You hater.
Ooh. Ooh. That means nothing to me. But I mean, I know it holds a lot of weight for other people.
Yeah, but once again, me and you the same age. I ain't going to no goddamn Scream tour. I'm not trying to see no B2K.
Let me ask you this.
B2K and it can't. Sorry.
Do you put Bow Wow, Romeo, or Draco on Mount Rushmore for their era?
No. For their era?
Yeah. Like for that, I guess that because
of children rappers.
Yeah, right. Children rappers.
Yeah,
I put Bow Wow there. Children rappers.
Why would they get a
was one person? Lil Wayne. That's the only person that damn.
I would put Bow Wow just because of the hits. So
would you go put Bow Wow? Romeo, Lil Wayne, Lil Zane. You gonna put Lil Zane on there?
I'm not putting Zane. Not putting Zane and Romeo. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'll put Will Smith on there. He was 18 when it came out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll put Will.
Nas was 17 when he dropped Illmatic. I'm putting Nas on there. Them little niggas.
There's a difference between these names though. There's a talent that penetrated the age, and then there are just people who are marketed for the age group that they were in. And I just feel like you can't combine those. So
child rappers who only made music for children.
Right.
Other man. Nah, son.
Bow Wow's had 7 #1 Billboard top hits. Like, yo, is
that pop? Is that hip hop? Is that?
First of all, I don't like the way your voice cracked when you said that. You still shitting on Bow Wow. I don't like it.
So no, let's switch up gears because some other pop shit I want to talk about. Okay. And Bow Wow, it will always be a part of the culture because he is in my favorite Fast and Furious movie, Tokyo Drift.
Wow. I used to really love Brown's like film choices. I'm kind of
no. This is my point because Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift really embraced the camp and the tomfoolery of where it was going to potentially go. I know 5 really took it over the level, but number 3, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, we're going here. We're going there with this. Oh, and it's going to be a convoluted storyline and everything like that. And all I say that, America, 'cause I'm talking to you right now, America. My wife was like, let's go to the movies. And I was like,
okay,
yeah. Let's go to the movies. What you want to see? You want to go see Into the Heights? You want to see Cruella? You want to see one of these movies? She's like, nah, I want to see F9. I was like, word. You want to see this conclave of craziness? This festival of foolishness? You want to see the Tyler Perry movie for bros? That is what Fast and Furious is. It's a Tyler Perry movie for bros.
That is
because I'm like, how much do I have to suspend my belief as I watch this shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, are we attacking the submarine again? What the fuck are we doing this time around? Oh, is it going to rain cars again? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all can't tell me that the Fast and Furious franchise, what is it now? What is it?
It used to be about racing.
So what it is, truthfully speaking, it is an investment that Universal is finally reaping the benefits of. And it took 10 years or 20 years, I'm sorry, for them to get to this point. And it's not going anywhere. Like it has a built-in audience of people who
they're making 2 more.
Yeah.
So
now, and as I think it's funny. It's the highest film grossing debut since the pandemic, or since prior to the pandemic. But then also it beat out Hobbs and Shaw, which is very significant, and it's probably empowered Vin Diesel a little bit more to Universal, because they thought they probably would have made more money with The Rock, since he technically is the bigger star. So to answer your question, it has its audience. It's not going anywhere. And, people have suspended their, belief. And you can do anything in these movies now, and people will sit there and enjoy it.
We literally, I think, since probably 6, anytime I go watch them now, I just want to see what's the craziest shit you're going to do with a car. That's all I care about. I don't know what the plot is. I know it's going to be some shit with family.
That's the thing, and I told someone that, I'm like, I don't even know what the last 5 were about. I know I saw them.
I know they did a thing for Paul Walker. I cried at that one. I
cried at that one, but
besides that, I just want to be like, all right, what they gonna do with this car? Is it gonna fly? Is it gonna be in space? Is it gonna have a dinosaur in it? What's going to happen? That's all I care about.
You haven't seen the recent one, I'm assuming.
No. Ain't Han died like 9 times already? Ain't that nigga died like 9 times already? Like shit, I told you I watched Tokyo Drift. I saw that nigga die. And I'm like, what
so did you
back? The die
did you see it? But you didn't see him die. You just saw a car and an explosion.
Oh no. You see him die, but the way they explain it is just like, you know what? I don't even care at this point. He's back.
Wait, is it that crazy? Because I'm about to go watch it tomorrow.
The shit is fantastical in a way. If I'm gonna watch something this fantastical, what I need is to be an animated movie, so I can suspend my disbelief for the shit. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I need to see a Hobbit. I need to see something that's just not part of this world if they're going to take some of the choices that they made. But wait, okay, I just found this out, and again, all the movies blur together for me. I didn't know Tokyo Drift was a prequel to one of the other movies, because
no, it wasn't a prequel. Tokyo Drift is like
chronologically, it's like the 7th movie. Now,
that's what so that was what someone was telling me, that it was, and I missed that. But again, all of them look the same to me outside of the first 2. Those 2 probably are.
The first 2 look so different in tone, dialogue, visually, just.
After the first 2, I'm just. But okay, I don't want to give anything away. I have a question though.
I mean, all the plots are the same. The guy's evil in the beginning. Then we become friends, and now he's my family. In some form of that always happened. So it's
you're not too far off. But here's my question. Brown, you're an expert on all things like cultural and historic and race, and I give that to you. So how are they brothers? Because that's where I was getting confused. Now, I'm not.
John Cena and Vin Diesel don't look alike to you?
I kept looking at the film, and even when they went back and showed how they, the father and everything, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing here. But one of these things don't look like the other. Like that was the thing that kept going through my mind. And so I'm not saying it took me out the movie.
Wait, who's the actor that got to be? Oh, damn! Now I want to see this shit right now.
So once again, you asked me a lot of things to suspend my belief system of things. Because first of all, let's go back. Let's make this movie make sense to me. Vin Diesel, who as an actor is Italian and black. Never forget that as a Negro. You forget that Vincent Diesel is a goddamn Negro. He is a black man with some Italian in him. So he's in this movie, and y'all like, oh, he's Hispanic. I'm like, word. Okay, that's what we're going with for this movie. All right. I thought he was a Jewish man in another movie I was watching the other day. So, okay. And he has a sister who looks semi-Hispanic. I'm like, okay, I guess that's what we're going with. And never forget that the Fast franchise is one of the most diverse casts that we've gotten seen on TV. And so, shout out to Ja Rule. You let Little Chris take your part. That was supposed to be your money, nigga. Your money. But now you're out there doing art festivals, huh?
He was. That is right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, never forget Ja Rule's in the first Fast and Furious, man.
Yeah.
And then when they start,
if he won, he's gonna get the girls like, oh, you can have both of us. And he lost. He was like, no. Yeah. Ludacris took his spot. You didn't know that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
because like never forget the Fast franchise also employs a lot of rappers. It was Ja Rule.
Wow.
Oh, I guess Tyrese is not a rapper. It was Ja Rule, Tyrese.
Yeah, we don't talk about Black Tie.
Okay, I was going to say he wasn't Black Tie back then. He was still.
We don't talk about Black Tie. That was horrible. I don't know why.
We don't accept that as a rapper.
We don't discuss this.
He's a nigga raps. All right, so we accepted that, right? And then we fast forward where they was like John Cena's gonna be the brother. I'm like,
See, bro, when I saw the trailer, I was like, brother, you couldn't just say like long lost friend. Like, why you gotta be a brother?
No. What they said was like, man.
It's been 9 movies. We have not heard of his brother the entire time. Movies prior.
So that was
nobody's even said he had a brother. Like
that was going to be my next question. I feel like
look, we all about family, but you ain't never talk about this nigga ever.
Yeah. your own kin.
But then, okay, so to that point, when they explain why
I ain't answered your question yet, B.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So how can we make that clearly white man? B, there's clearly, I don't know what the hell he is, brother, because we never know exactly what Vin Diesel is. And so he was like, man, those Torettos, we never quite know what they are. And I'm like, oh, so he about to have a black brother next time.
Yeah. Oh,
natural progression.
His next brother gonna be Roman Reigns. Watch, it's gonna be some wild shit. Like
I just, but now what I do appreciate that there are some moments in the film that I genuinely like just enjoyed. The scene with Ludacris,
the bridge.
Oh,
well,
I'm just saying the shit on the trailer. Yeah,
that was
some tomfoolery.
That was everything you think that could have happened. Just don't go above that. Like I feel like you should go lower actually. But I enjoyed it. Oh God, who's the villain? What's her name?
Charlize Theron.
I always enjoy her in these movies because she gives the best reads. That Yoda joke, I literally screamed in the theater.
You going deep into the weeds, B. I'm going deep into the weeds with it.
I'm not going to say what it was, but Cass, when you see it, you'll know it, and you're going to scream in the theater. I also thought I can't say this part, but you know how when certain people have bad behavior problems off the set, and the remedy is just to kill them off. I really thought that was going to happen.
I brain match you on that. I understand what you're talking about because I had a question about that. But let's get to the topic at hand, fellas.
Sorry.
Make this shit make sense to me. So you watch these fast movies, right? You seem like you might have dabbled in 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
Anthony and Cass, I know you dabbled in it. So you mean to tell me
see them all.
Some niggas who drive cars really, really fast have the prerequisite skills to prevent Mission Impossible level destruction on a global scale. They got the skills, nigga. They Ethan Hunt. That niggas a goddamn agent. They James Bond now, nigga. They James Bond because these niggas can race far and not put Nas into the goddamn gas tank.
So what they've done at Toretto,
you don't know how the Torettos get down. Nigga.
I was going to say the Torettos all of a sudden now are just this dynasty of just whatever. But like also Mr. Nobody, that's the piece that's making it make sense, figuratively speaking, because Mr. Nobody is kind of like this guy that says, hey, I like your skill set, or I can use you to, make me this mission work or what have you. So that's their answer for everything. If you've noticed how the films have progressed, it's Mr. Nobody.
All I need to know is that, because they said Fast 11 will be the final one.
Thank God.
It better be a one where Dom dies trying to save everybody and sacrifice himself for family.
So I wish you would have seen. I really wish you would have seen the movie because there's a part that really like blew me, but I can't say it because I would be spoiling it.
Because I miss when they were about racing cars. Because at least then it made sense. Now, don't get me wrong. Like Brown, when I go sit my ass in the theater and watch this movie, whatever you're about to give me on the screen, I'm just going to take it as it's its own world. Like if this was like DC, it's like Earth 8625. Like shit here don't make sense on whatever they do here. And The Rock is funny in it. I think him and Tyrese banter makes me laugh. So I'm like, cool. Besides
they
that,
made up too. Did you hear that? Yeah, Tyrese said on Ellen that they made up.
When The Rock says it, I'll wait, you know?
Shut up, Charlemagne. You know? Are you kidding me right now?
Hey, The Rock ain't... If I'm The Rock, he probably was at home like, wait, that nigga said what? Nigga, we had one conversation. Nigga said we best friends now? All right. Well, The Rock just want to get back in the Fast series, finish it off, and then go do other Rock things.
You really think they're not going to finish the series? I need you to understand. They're going to keep it going after 11.
And The Rock about to be in 2 new franchises. They about to make Jumanji till they can't make Jumanjis no more.
Right.
And then he started in the Jungle Cruise franchise with Disney, and that's going to be Disney's new Pirates of the Caribbean. So you know they're going to do that. Have you seen the trailer for the Jungle Cruise?
Let's wait and see.
It looks good.
It does look good.
That shit going to be the next Pirates of the Caribbean. They took so much shit from the Pirates of the Caribbean already for the damn trailer. I watched the new trailer in the theater, and I was like, oh, this is Pirates of the Caribbean with The Rock and Emily Blunt.
The Rock he's gonna be back in Fast. If it's not 10, it's 11. He gonna make a comeback. They gonna bring Hobbs and whatever Jason Statham's character is, Shaw. They gonna bring him back too.
Yeah.
I feel like The Rock, if there's a franchise that he's really trying to invest his energy in, is Black Adam.
Yeah.
I don't.
If he can get that off.
If he gets that off, that's where he's going to put his energy. Jungle Cruise is a gamble. I just don't know if it's a gamble that's going to pay off.
That's the same thing about Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think Jungle Cruise.
Jerry Bruckheimer was behind Pirates of the Caribbean. That's A. And then B, it was such a surprise hit that once they knew they had their audience, they ran it for as long as they could. So
I think Jungle Cruise alone or for opening sales will get you a sequel. Now, will it be good? I don't know. I just think sales enough. We've seen a lot of movies that get good sales that were ass, and they were like, yeah, we'll give you the sequel just because it made enough money. So
Emily Blunt's cold. I'll watch anything Emily Blunt is in. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't really sell tickets though.
Yeah, but she
Emily Blunt or Anne Hathaway.
They pick good shit, man. Emily Blunt pick some good shit, man. I'll watch that.
She picks good work. But she doesn't always pick, like she was supposed to be Black Widow.
And she turned that down.
She could have pulled that off too, because
she was working another job. So I don't know if she just makes. I wish I knew who her agent was.
She's one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies.
Oh yeah. She was in that.
Yeah, buddy.
She's a great actress.
Emily Blunt or Anne Hathaway.
I was trying to avoid
Emily. Nah, not my girl. All right, cool. That's cool. Right,
everyone with Emily.
Yeah, everybody said, fuck Cass. All right, it's cool. I love me too. I'm my own best friend.
Man, and speaking of powerful women.
Thank you.
BET had their awards, and it was the night of the woman. We found out that Cardi B is very pregnant once again.
Very.
Every
time a new album's supposed to come out, she said the pregnancy.
Yeah, glad to see that her and Offset have made up, because I assume that's his child. Otherwise, awkward.
Slim got something to say. This is awkward.
Oh man. Megan Thee Stallion was doing the Thug Dizzle. Y'all
I like her and Party.
Thoughts about it, man? Because
I like the performances. Like, I really did like the Migos performance. For me, I don't know. I always like their performances. I did like the DMX tribute. It was kind of, for me, it was weird because it was like, I want X doing this. Like, I almost wish you would have got me a hologram like they did Tupac. But I understood it. So I was like, all right, cool. I do just think it's dope that all these artists are like showing out for him. But I honestly don't watch award shows anymore. I just YouTube the performances and be like, ooh, this is what I like. Ooh, this is what I like. Ooh, this is what I like. I couldn't tell you who won shit because I don't think the awards mean anything. I don't think they're voted on by fans. So I'm just like, it doesn't really matter who won the award. Who's just going to give me a dope performance? I saw Lil Nas X apparently had some people in the uproar. His performance looked cool as shit. So I was like, I don't see why people beefing. And like,
can we talk about that real quick? Can we unpack that?
Look cool? Do you think it looked cool?
Well, I ain't watched the whole thing, but like I seen like the clips, and I was like, oh, like visually it looked like, huh?
I watched that whole shit, and I was like, this nigga started off as an internet troll. Let's never forget where this nigga's roots began. So when I'm watching this performance, and I'm like, oh, he's performing that song from the video in front of all these gangster, hypermasculine black people. I wonder what he's going to do.
They gonna get that work.
He does Remember the Time, tribute to Michael Jackson and whatnot. And I'm like, all I kept thinking, I'm like, this shit ain't gay enough yet. That's all I could think about. I'm like, if I'm a troll and I know the audience I'm on, this shit ain't gay enough yet.
I'm a fucker.
You gotta make these niggas squirm.
Yeah, I'm make them feel uncomfortable.
I'm like, oh, he's tongue kissing a man. There it is. There it is. And I was expecting it, so I ain't feel no kind of way.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, why is it shocking? Like,
yeah, I wasn't surprised by that. I do think that the performance as a whole, it just didn't do anything for me. Like the Remember the Time alleged theme that he was going for. I just feel like if you're going to do a tribute to Michael, I feel like you should be on Chris Brown level of performer and not I'm going to do a couple of 8-count steps and then simulate a dance. Like, I just feel like for me, what was the point of even doing the Michael Jackson piece?
It's iconic.
Nothing. Yeah, but nothing about the performance screen. Remember the Time.
He ain't know that going in. He thought y'all be remembering the time. Y'all gonna remember the time you kissed somebody on stage, so it kind of worked.
But I feel like if you were going to do that, you could have did that without bringing Michael into it. That's just my personal.
You could have.
I just feel
like 19.
Well, he's 21.
I don't know.
21. He's just like, I just need people to remember. Like, ooh, they're gonna be like, oh, he did Remember the Time theme. Blah blah, whatever.
So
I don't think people.
I got for y'all, is he talented? Is Lil Nas X talented? Or is the thing that's going to keep him relevant his antics and actions? I think it's a fair question. I feel like a lot of artists these days.
No,
I think it's a combination of both.
There's no talent. There's none.
So
there's none. My ingrown hair has more talent.
Okay, well that happened. I feel like when you're talking about talent today, I don't even know if that's a relevant question to ask anymore, because to Brown's credit, or a question, all you have to do is just make it by trolling someone or doing something significant on the internet, and you're the GOAT, you're a legend, you're all these things. And when you look at your art, it just doesn't measure up to what we traditionally know to be in those categories. He's not my cup of tea. I didn't even like that Country Road song. None of it.
Nah, that shit was fire. Don't do that.
So you don't call that talent then? Christine?
Oh, hell no, nigga. There's a lot of trash songs that I like that just have a good catchy hook to me, and I'm like, ooh, but nah.
But I mean, if I'm looking at him as an artist and what he brings as an entertainer, it doesn't reach me. And but I'm not part of the age group.
Like, we're not the demographic he's trying to
we're not that demographic that, but the other side to that is that when people praise him, it's normally for what he does that's shock value. Like, he reminds me of when Madonna used to do things.
Like Kiss Britney?
Yeah, I mean, she would just do all these antics and then say, oh, I have an album out. And like, it's like, I just feel like that's what he's trying to do for his career. And I'm not mad at it. Make your money.
Oh, shit. That was fucking funny.
Man, I guess we examine it, because I don't want to never be like, I'm picking on that young man for doing this Bizzle.
Like, just because you don't have talent don't mean you don't got the label pushing you. Like, they're pushing you for a reason.
No, I'm thinking about it like in the totality of, let's see, looking at the awards, I'm like, City Girls suck. Don't do that to JT. Don't do that to JT. Hey, JT.
Here's the thing.
Don't do that to JT.
Here's the thing. If you're going to have dancers, if you're going to go through the trouble of going through all these theatrics, I feel like they executed, but it just wasn't on the level of what that night should have been for me personally.
They suck.
I'm trying not to say
bad. Their raps are bad.
Don't think the JT raps.
I don't think the raps are bad. I think it's that
JT can rap.
It's that Miami.
I don't like Young Miami's voice. I'll admit that, but JT can rap, like actually rap.
You know who they remind me of?
No.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. Hold on.
Yes, you're about to say. I said Lil Nas X had no talent.
No. I'm trying to understand what makes JT more talented than Lil Nas X.
I think actually JT could actually rap and flow on a beat. Like I can play you songs now. Her verses aren't for me because I'm not a woman, so it'd be some wild shit. But I think she can actually rap, and the way her voice is on the track sounds good. Young Miami's voice, I just don't like it, so nothing she says is gonna do it.
Dog Cass, I'm gonna stop you right now because I'm literally watching BET Awards, and I watch City Girls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listen to me before you cut me off. I watch these city girls, these urban females, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, do their little ditty bop. And then when Moni Love and Rhapsody and MC Light and some women who actually can spit came on the fucking stage, I'm like, yo, they killing the game. Them new whatever they want to be cannot rap. It was trash.
I don't want to say they can't.
Moni Love got to be 50 years old and was smoking them hoes.
No, they can rap. It's just the people that you said rap better. That's the difference. The people you said rap great. The city girls saying they can't rap is, I'm going to defend JT because that's the only person I'm defending. JT can rap. Is she Rhapsody? No. Is she Moni Love? No. Is she whoever you want to name? No, she's not. But can she rap? Yes. Can she flow on the beat? Yes.
To go along with that, that's a very specific style of performance and rap that they're giving. So I'm not going to put them or judge them against a Rhapsody or any of the other females that rapped.
Like, you know what time it is when you see City Girls. Like, come on.
I know
what time it is.
Same thing.
Like, you're not gonna get some.
You know what you're gonna get when you see him perform. You know it's gonna be some shit.
But here's the thing.
You see, I said that he doesn't have any talent in terms of making a song. Like, if you told Lil Nas X go in the booth and like make a song, no, I don't think you do. I'll just go rap and freestyle. No, I don't think you could do that. Do I think JT could go in the booth and rap and freestyle? Yes. Obviously, she still has writers. Cool. But I think she could do that. Y'all need to listen to the Throat Baby remix. She bodied that.
These chicks are really only selling records because they're remixing old-ass nostalgia records to something new. It's time for the Twerkulator. Really?
I was going to say,
big fine girl that's chopper style. Like, they literally are taking old records, and that's the only thing they're repurposing. I'm like, that's like if the babies only made old records.
You mean like Kanye? Stuff. How Kanye started?
It's a little different with Kanye because Kanye did, infused his own whatever. And there's talent with Kanye that's overt that you can't deny. City Girls, I kid you not, when I saw them, I think I tweeted it or on Facebook, I said, oh, I didn't know This and That was on tonight. Because that's what I was thinking about when I saw
them. They're going to fight you if you see you.
But, I mean, and that's fine. I feel like
he's like, I would
probably will. Yeah, they're probably not gonna like me after they hear what I have to say about them.
But I mean, at least they are doing something and they're trying to master something that works for them. When I hear Lil Nas X, musically speaking, I don't get musically or talent wise what it is that people are drawn to outside of the trolling and all the other things.
Like any City Girl song, I'll listen to JT's verse. Turn it off when Young Miami started. But JT, play that shit all day. Let her go. Y'all need to listen to the Throat Baby remix.
I'm good.
JT body that. Now I'm gonna play it. I'm somehow play it for you. I can't make you listen because you miles away from me, but I'm gonna play it. You gonna watch.
Does Meg Thee Stallion have talent?
She does.
He said that so right.
Well, I think if you ask me, I think she has talent. Like,
okay, I'm asking genuinely. I don't know one way.
No, she definitely has talent.
Yeah,
Meg,
and I love her with Party.
I've been lamenting about Meg Thee Stallion and the baby recently because I think their content is becoming repetitive.
Oh, that's a fact. Well, the baby's content's always been repetitive.
Yeah. But now that you got a wider swath of their art, I'm like, do I want another DaBaby song? I think I'm good. Do I want another Megan song? I think I'm good. Do I want another Cardi song? Yes, I do. Because Cardi...
Yes, I do.
I've always enjoyed Cardi. I think Cardi is dope as an artist. I really do, man. I've enjoyed her music. Albums are good. And I think on the scale, I think she's up there, man. She's up there.
One.
She's had one album. You said albums.
You said
albums.
albums.
Some mixtape. She got some Lucy's.
Okay.
She got Lucy's. No, he said albums.
Okay.
Like, yo, I was like, wait.
Okay.
I was like,
he has 2 albums out.
so
But see,
she got
my
a mixtape.
for me,
If that's the case, her got like 6 albums and she just released her debut.
That last album was trash.
Whoa, yo, can you kick him off, please?
That last album was trash. I was into.
I'm not doing this.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He just did this to her. We can add him back, but no, I'm just
Trash. If you don't believe me, wait 1 second.
no. He gonna play it. I'm gonna remove him again.
no, don't play it. Don't play it. We don't have copyright.
I muted him. I'm not taking this her slander today. That's my baby. I will drop
what
over
I
and
will
fight that
say,
man.
what I appreciate about her.
He's holding a bag of trash. I'm upset. I'm angry.
He really did do that. What I appreciate about her, though, all jokes aside, have your opinions about her albums, but you can't. To me, in my opinion, that is talent. Like the musicianship, the vocals, the
stage presence,
the intentionality of really creating a moment that doesn't need like something provocative. For me, that was the highlight for me of the night. But
she has the biggest transformation ever. Gabby Wilson to her, beautiful.
All you niggas wrong. It's Tyler the Creator, nigga. Best album 2021, right there. Swap. Hot take.
I haven't heard it yet.
It's fire. I ain't mad at you. It's really dope. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, it's a fucking good album. But the thing with Tyler that I think at least his last, 3 maybe, where like it's kind of like every 2 years, like you're getting a Tyler project, and I appreciate that as a fan. I'm like, so I know, it's 2 years from now I can expect another one, and it's just gonna be dope shit. And you heard the growth of him as a musician and artist, like compared to when he first started to where he's at now. Like you just keep hearing that growth in each album, and I appreciate that too. So, and it's almost a complete 180 from when he started, because I loved him when he first started, but he was also very reckless in terms of what he was saying. And now I'm like, ooh, I love what you're saying. So, but don't diss her album. Her album is still phenomenal.
It was good. I wish it was more. Like I listened to
more
it twice.
What?
Though. Like
what?
Well, you gonna let me get it out, or you gonna cut me off?
No, I just want to know what.
So he thinks it's good. I was disappointed in the album. I was. It didn't move me.
Where did you want it to move you to?
Yeah, I was like, what did you want from it?
I think for me, and you know what's crazy? My dad listened to her first album, like, and when he told me, I'm like, wait a second, he was like, yeah, he's like, yo. So when I had that conversation with him, he hasn't heard the second one, but for me, I guess when you hear her sing, when you hear the albums, you kind of almost expect that last album to be like the first album, or like at least like it runs together. I feel like this album was like up and down. It wasn't consistent for me, and that's just me. And maybe I need to listen to it again in a different space.
Yeah, what space were you in?
I was driving around Niagara Falls listening to it, and I don't think that
you was in Niagara Falls. That's your problem. You need to listen to it back home.
Don't get anyone shit like that. You're going to get some shit out there. No, but I think maybe like tonight I might go for a ride and just play it and then just listen to it. So I will do that. I will give you guys the benefit of the doubt. I'll listen to it one more time.
But I mean, whether you like the album or not, I think that's subjective anyway. So I'm not mad at you for having your opinion about it. But I do feel like to Brown's question about talent, I just think it's such a broad question now, because the term talent, there's really no strict definition of what talent is in today's world of entertainment across the board.
There's no like a meter where you're like, this is talent. Yeah. It's either under or less. It's just like you got Lil Nas X, who people will say talented, and then you get her. So it's like, I don't know what's the standard now? Like, what's the standard?
What's the standard? And then I agree that it is generational. So a Little Nas X or City Girls, I feel like are my age or what have you, but they're.
Some people say Blueface is talented.
Hell no. Trash.
So like, and now don't get me wrong. Do I like some of his verses? Yeah, because they're just funny as hell to me. But I would never say like, yo, that's a fucking rapper. I'll never do it. I just be like, that's just a nigga that says that shit.
Who was the rapper that started out with the cup in his hand and had the girls with the purple on the BET Awards? He had on a white shirt. And
Moneybagg Yo?
Moneybagg Yo.
Wait, was it? You said purple hair?
The girls had purple hair or...
Wait, he was at the BET Awards. Was he wearing all white?
He was wearing all white.
I think that was Moneybagg Yo because I like that song with Keisha and Tom today. So
when you watched his performance, did you think he was talented?
Or does he have talent?
Yeah, I would say he was showing like he has some talent, but I wouldn't say he's talented.
See, and that's where I'm asking from a genuine place because I don't want to get to a place where I'm watching these artists and it's like, oh, screw them. But I want to understand what the draw is because I'm watching them and I'm just like, I don't get it. Like,
for me, with Moneybagg Yo, it's kind of like a flow. Like, it's kind of like how when I first liked DaBaby, because like DaBaby had like one beat and one flow, and I just liked it no matter how many times he gave me the same shit over. And I was like, okay, I like this. So that's kind of where I'm at with Moneybagg Yo. It's like, I like your flow. I know what I'm going to get with you in terms of beat, but I'm going to like it anyway. Shit, I love Pusha T for so many years. Pusha T has only rapped about one thing in all these years, and that's selling coke. But the way he flips these bars and lines and metaphors, I'm like, oh my God, he did it again. How did he get me so excited for this album? And he's talking about the same thing. So, I mean, he's still one of the best rappers ever.
Like I said, I don't talk too much about artists. I try to keep my mouth off of artists and give people their, especially with the newer crowd. I feel like I'm always in a place of learning. So I don't know what talent looks like for today's group.
Good question.
Because we're getting old, but this is the thing I like to say. If we examine pop music, pop culture, pop, whatever, right?
Dirty pop.
If it's a pop culture, it should kind of be either a time capsule or transcend the time. So we talked about Draco. We talked about Soulja Boy.
Wow.
Soulja Boy in today's grand scope of things has a lasting impression because we understood what he did with the internet and music. If we go even further back into like pop music, so we recognize his talent of understanding the internet, but we can all agree he's not talented as per se a musician or rap artist.
Hell no.
Like we will admit that. And I think time will tell on some of these people that we're not going to mention their names. We're not going to think about this era is going to be Cardi B's. It is going to be Meg Thee Stallion. It's going to be who I think is going to last longer than this moment, Lil Baby. I
think DaBaby. I think DaBaby. I think
I'm on the fence with DaBaby.
I think Suge will be the one where it's like, you remember where you was when Suge came out. It'll be like one of those.
I feel like with DaBaby, what he's doing and what I appreciate about him, and I've noticed it, his visuals are becoming a little bit stronger, and he's delving more into directing. And so I see what he's trying to do and the lane he's trying to paint out. I'm just curious to see if it's going to work for him if he can't broaden the content of what he's saying musically and lyrically, because I feel like it's all hovering around the same thing.
I feel like in hip hop culture or black culture, that's like the only cultures that say where it's like, we want to hit a growth in your art. Because I feel like in country songs and like rock songs, it's like you're just saying the same shit over and over.
No, I think that's every genre. Yeah. I like the Aerosmith album that I love.
Of course, there's your amount. There's like your few people, but like
no, Aerosmith. They're one of the few bands where there's something different that they bring. You have a Linkin Park when the lead singer was alive. May he rest in peace. They pushed the envelope with all the albums that they dropped. Country music. Dolly Parton. I think there's something different that you have to do. Jasmine Sullivan, I love her because for her to be an R&B artist with each album, there's something identically different with each project.
Shit is changing. If you want to be remembered, because Taylor Swift albums don't sound the same. She was very country in the beginning. Then did some new shit. Adele did some new shit. You know.
When it comes to being remembered, though, I feel like there's two ways to be remembered. You could be remembered for a moment in time. Because like I did like a fake versus battle with one of my boys where I played Usher songs and he played Chris Brown songs. And I was just trying to explain that, yes, Chris Brown has...
You can't do a versus with those two. You just can't.
Well, we did, and I won. So...
Did you call yourself the winner, Cass, or did somebody else?
I texted I will text you guys the songs, and you will decide who won. So, because, like, I just bring that up to say we were going back and forth, and I was trying to, at least for me, Chris Brown has hits. He has hits for days. Beautiful albums. But for me, like, Usher's song, for example, like, I can either go Nice and Slow or like Burn. I feel like those songs make you feel a different emotion and you like kind of remember a different time or like a place in time rather than when you hear like Chris Brown's Poppin', Ain't No Way, shit like that. Yes, I'm going to older stuff because I feel like with Usher, they both have hits, but Usher's has a hits where it stands in time where you kind of like, oh shit, like.
Well, no, the other. But I think what you're trying to describe is people who have gone beyond their realm of influence or where they started, right?
Yeah.
So like, for an example, a Chris Brown, while his audience has grown, I don't think he's penetrated the way that he could have since, certain incidents that happened in this past. But I feel like a Beyonce or a Rihanna, when you look at where they started and where they are now,
they transcended shit.
Yeah, and from this current crop of artists, I can't think of too many that will have, in my opinion, that same effect. You'll have ones that'll have the moment, but if I'm looking at who's out now, I can't think of anyone, that is just going to be, wow, they really did something. And the other thing, my other gripe with the BET Awards, I just feel like they really cut Black people short with the type of music that we do. And I feel like we're more than hip hop and we're more than R&B. Like they're Black rockers, they're Black jazz artists, they're
Black country singers.
Yeah, Black country singers. And I thought they were going to go towards that direction after last year's virtual one because they did every genre. But this year it's like they just went back to,
Nigga, it was a pandemic. They were just trying to get some views during the pandemic.
And maybe that's what that was, but I felt like last year's show was better because it was more diverse and, but this year, it was just boring for me.
Scheduled programming.
Yeah, it was just one note for me. But that's just me. That's the other thing I wanted to say about the BET Awards.
I did. Brian, you did bring up a good point that I wanted to ask. When you said like nobody from this crop of artists, when we say this crop, what year do we want to start with? Because if we say like 2019 and now, 2017 and now, because I want to ask each of y'all, who do y'all think is y'all one artist that's gonna like transcend or that like is gonna be in that upper echelon years to come?
So meaning,
like what year do you want? Like, do you want to say like 2016 now or?
If I'm thinking of 2010 to now, that's 10 years, right? 11 years.
Oh, if that's the case, nigga, I'm going Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Wale, even Big Sean. To different levels, but I'm going them off the top of my head.
But those are different. So we think about the new crop. The new crop would be the Megan Thee Stallions. It would be the Baby, like her, SZA.
Do we want to include her? Because I remember Gabby Wilson. She had that song with Wale. I was like, ooh, I like this. But I understand why we include her. If that's the case, then I definitely think her's going to be. I think her will be here till.
Her will be here for a while.
I think SZA will be if she wants to be around. I think that'll be a personal thing. Like if she wants to keep
SZA fan.
Oh, I love SZA, but also
it's not for me. It's not for me. But I understand the talent that's there. She does have talent.
I think Little Baby could be.
It could be. I think the time of superstars is dead. I think the time of the icon is dead. Like I unless you can prove how to make a global impact in the way the system is set up now. Because, like, you know, there are no more queens and kings of shit other than Beyonce. Like, once Beyonce is gone, that's the last recent royalty of music.
He was going to be saying Rihanna next.
Well, no, Rihanna still comes
not
from
a
that.
queen or nothing.
I know, but
I'm
just saying, if Beyonce said, like, hey, I'm retired, I'm never doing this again, but Rihanna technically didn't retire, she would just get that crown unless Jasmine Sullivan just does some wonderful shit or her.
You don't give the crown. You got to earn that shit.
You really don't think Rihanna's a queen?
Beyonce earned that shit, and I hate Beyonce. And I can sit here as someone that hates Beyonce and be like, yo, no, you killing the game. You are in Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I'm not even taking away from that, but I'm like, Rihanna has literally records that have been broken and that she's accomplished things musically that people are trying to chase now.
Okay, Mr.
Rihanna's not that far from. She's not that far off.
Okay,
from Beyonce.
Okay, Mr. Anthony. So you telling me that Rihanna is in the same vein as when I think royalty? I'm thinking Beyonce. I'm thinking Michael Jackson. I'm thinking James Brown. I even add bitch ass Elvis Presley in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm even like these are like transcend the music
no Prince?
and define that. The Beatles. I'm thinking
Prince.
Like Prince.
So you're putting Prince and Beyonce in the same category?
Yes. Because they transcend their genres, they transcend the music to a point that is like if you know
does she do it consistently?
Beyonce, she has.
So you're saying every album that Beyonce, and I love Beyonce, but every album that she's produced is transcended the genre of origin.
Where she's gotten to that point where the build up ever since like what the Beyonce album, was that the name of the shit? Beyonce?
Self-titled.
Yeah, you know, where she could just drop an album without no kind of press, and you know that shit's gonna go gangbusters and
Rihanna
all that shit.
That.
But I feel like that can be up for discussion only because if you look at the core of her fan base, it still is more. She's not doing Taylor Swift numbers. Let me do it that way.
So she ain't a queen?
I'm not saying she's not a queen. I'm saying that if you're talking about artists and how they're, you know, what their impact is, and I'm not saying she doesn't have impact, but you low key grouped her with Michael Jackson.
I sure did.
Elvis Presley.
Yep.
So with each of those projects that, like a Prince release, for example, you're saying that you could put any of her albums up against a Prince project and it will have the same.
Y'all forget Michael Jackson. Not all his albums bang either.
I'm not saying it all bang.
Ain't hot.
I'm not saying they're all hot, but I'm just saying that's a different. I just think that's a very bold claim. I don't know if she's there yet in my.
She's already in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's how it did. Before they even inscribe her name professionally, I went to that motherfucker and they already got her display ready. I'm like, damn, you ain't even old enough to be in the Hall of Fame and they already got you in the Hall of Fame. You're that important to the genre of rock music because R&B, rap, and all that is rock music because don't let the white man steal our shit and try to reclaim our shit and all that. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying, but I'm an old nigga doing old nigga shit. And
no, I think she's going to be definitely among the greats. I'm just not ready to give it to her now because consistently, if I'm looking at all her albums, the ones that are going to stick out to me are definitely, as a solo artist, Crazy in Love,
Lemonade.
And Brian, to be honest, I don't even know how you get the royalty status because sometimes you just get it because goddamn it, Mary J. Blige can't sing shit and she is a queen.
But the difference is that Mary has transcended.
That, Mary from Yonkers. Don't
Yo,
do
Mary. I ain't co-signing that one. Nah,
Mary.
Mary can sing now? Oh, you telling me Mary can sing?
Yo, don't do Mary like that, man. Come on, man. Mary from YO. You can't do that.
She might not sing the way you like it, but I think
She can
I think
sing.
that's a conversation of preference more so than ability. You sound like what's his name saying that Beyonce can't sing. What's the rapper?
Oh, what's his name? Trick Daddy?
Trick Daddy. You sound like Trick Daddy now. Like,
damn, that's crazy. That's shit.
she can sing. She
No.
might not sing the way you like it.
I'm
But
Mr.
she
Brown.
can sing. Are you cutting? I think what Mary has done, I will defend Mary. What Mary has done, she's evolved. And she's found a way to penetrate different sections of not only music, but she's transcended music. She's found her way into film, and she's found her way
Have
into
you listened to
producing.
Real Love?
There's something that you can't take away from the journey and the story, which communicates through the music.
Listen
And
to Runaway Love?
you know,
I am Mr. Brown.
I am Mary J. Blige.
Slim.
I'm Sean Carter.
And we are
Or Sean Kingston.
we are
The
Brodies.
Brodies and the Bliges.
Dusty Davis.
Good gracious, ass is bodacious. I guess that's enough motivation. This part.